Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Online, can you hear me? Offline? Okay, right. So हम लोगों को फ्राइडे से लेके मंडे तक लीव चाहिए, हाँ? फिर वर्किंग डे फ्रॉम ट्यूसडे ऑनवर्ड्स, राइट? हाँ? ये गुड इवनिंग हरी, गुड इवनिंग प्रत्युमन, आई थिंक, राइट? गुड इवनिंग गाइस. Yeah, Amit, good evening. Shrikant, good evening. Nikhil, good evening. Right? Okay, so let's start the session. Rahul, good evening. Okay, right. So let's see, guys, here. So I think we completed uh, last command date, I think, right? So मेरे को याद है यार, 2 दिन गैप आने के बाद में भी, हाँ? So आप लोग तो नहीं बोल रहे हैं, हाँ? So date command only, na, right? Last command is a date command, right? Okay, right. So now we'll see time date CTL command, right? Time date CTL is a command. It's a new command. So it's introduced from RHEL 7.0 onwards, right? In RHEL 7.0 as well as in 8.0. Can you hear me, guys? Am I audible? Am I audible? Right, good. Okay. So let's see, guys, here. So we'll see time date CTL command now. Okay. So guys, better to execute this time date CTL command with the help of root user. Okay. So that is best. Right. So we are going to execute the time date CTL now. Time date CTL, then hit enter. So it will show you the time details, guys. So local time. So today time, right, guys? Monday 2022. So 4:25. So time 5:19. IST means Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time. So UTC full form Universal Timing Conversion. Okay. So throughout world we'll have the one unique time, right? So this is a universal time. And RTC full form, so road transport. So मेरे को पता है आप लोग यही आंसर दोगे बोल के, right? So RTC full form, it's not road transport. Okay, RTC bus and those all stuff. Okay, so RTC full form real time clock. Real time clock. Okay. Real time clocks. No need to say sorry. I think for 1 week demonstration videos you'll get from your YouTube link. Okay. Then you can go through that. Okay. RTC full form real time clock. No, RTC and UTC both are different. UTC is a universal timing conversion. So throughout world we'll have the one time. For example, you are in India, you need to communicate with your friend. Maybe if he's in US, how you're going to communicate with the help of UTC time, right? So that is universal timing conversion. RTC full form real time clock. Okay. So better to use 8.0, guys. Abhishek, 8.0 or 7.0. So no, just you don't use like more than 8.2 versions because you need subscription. Okay. So if it is not available, I will share you tomorrow. Don't worry, Abhishek. So tomorrow I will share you because the link it didn't change still. Maybe tomorrow you're going to get the link, and after that I'll share the documents and then image files on those all stuff, right? Okay. So if you want, you can install the 8.0. So you'll have the like limited subscription, right? So again, you need to purchase after 30 days. The subscription we should purchase again, right? So without subscription, it is not going to activate 8.5, right? Okay, 7.9 also, it's okay. It's not a problem. Okay, it's good. No issues. Right, guys. So let's see here. Me too don't know man admin number. I think like, so there is a new administrator will have. So me too don't know. So they are going to communicate today. Don't worry. Okay. So let's concentrate, guys. So guys, why you are bothering about this old stuff, right? So please try to concentrate the commands, right? So I said I will provide the like image file 7.0. That means I will provide you. That's it. Okay. So, but it will take some time. Okay. Right. So let's see, guys, here. So time zone, RTC time means real time clock. Real time clock means BIOS time. In our mission, we'll have the BIOS, right? Basic input output system. So inside the BIOS, we'll have the time, right? So that is RTC time. RTC time means it's a BIOS time, right? So time zone, according to India, Asia, Kolkata, right? So according to India, Asia, Kolkata. NTP already, you know, while we are installing the operating system at the time, I have given the information about NTP, right? Network timing protocol. So it's enabled, but it's not synchronizing because we doesn't have the NTP server into our environment, right? NTP synchronization is no. RTC local time zone also no, right? So, and then DST. So DST full form, day sunlight time. Day sunlight time. So DST full form, day sunlight time. Guys, can you hear me online? Online, can you hear me? Sham, he's saying like he's unable to hear me. Sham, please try to check your internet speed and then so update your Zoom meeting app. So day sunlight time, DST. Day sunlight time. Okay, right, good. NTP full form, network timing protocol. Mahesh Kumar. Network timing protocol. Right? So I hope you got it, guys. So now we'll see how we need to modify the time, how we need to change the system time according to our requirement using time date CTL commands. So what we use the syntax for date command, the same syntax we are going to use for time date CTL also. Right. So let's see here. Time date CTL, then set hyphen time is an option. So time date CTL space set hyphen time and year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, right. So okay, last class attend era. Okay. So now 2022. So you can change any date for practice purpose. Guys, usually if you're having the NTP server, you are unable to change the date and time. You got it? So because the client mission, it will be synchronizing with the NTP server. Because of that reason, we are unable to modify. So NTP synchronization, if it is S, that means the mission, it is synchronized with the NTP server. So because of that reason, we are unable to modify the system date and time. But here we doesn't have the NTP server. So we can able to modify according to our requirement, right? So 2022-01, and then you can give any date, guys. Okay. So for verification, for practice. Okay. I hope you got it. Right. So then hit enter. The time it got changed, right? So if you want, you can check. Saturday 11:22, right? So now time date CTL is a command. Time date CTL, then hit enter. See, The system time, it got changed, guys. See, system time, it got changed, right? Okay. So how we need to modify the time zone? According to our requirement, we need to modify the time zone. We need to change the time zone, right? So first of all, let's see how to list out the time zones. Okay. So time date CTL list hyphen time zones, right? So time date CTL space list hyphen time zones and then hit enter. So these many time zones will have, right? So according to your requirement, you can change the time zone. So time date CTL set hyphen time zone, right? And then you can give the time zone, whatever, if maybe like, so I'm trying to providing Africa, Zuba, right? So time date CTL, then hit enter. See guys, the time zone, it got changed. So I hope you're clear, right? So now many people, you are thinking, sir, how he's typing the commands? So directly we are getting the option, right? Instead of typing, right? So let's see here. Time date. So just you can use time D, then use one tab. You need to type half command. No need to type the full command, guys. Just you need to type half command, then use single tab. You will get the total command automatically. I hope you got it. Right. So now you need to know the options of this time date CTL command, right? So two tabs at a time. Then you will get all the options related to time date CTL command. See here, list hyphen time zone, set NTP, set time zones, set local RTC time, then set time. I hope you got it, guys, right? So if you need to change the time zone, we should use this option time date, list hyphen time zone to list out the time zone. To change the time zone, set hyphen time zone. To modify the time, so set hyphen time. I hope you got it, guys, right? So set hyphen, so time. So what is the time now? Yes, guys, 15. If you want, you can give the time. If you want, you can give the whatever. If you want, you can give. So today date. So the date 2022, then 04, then 25, and time 4. 4 means 16, right? 16, then 28, I think, right? Something like this. So like this, it can change. So we got error. Let's see here. Actually, we need to keep those all into the double quotes. I hope you got it, guys. So how we need to modify the time and date? Clear? Got it? Right. So if we having the NTP server, you need to enable the NTP server. So time date CTL set hyphen NTP true. Right. So actually we need to configure one configuration file called cronid. After configuring the configuration file, we should execute this command. Then this client machine, it will synchronize with the NTP server. Got it? We doesn't have the NTP server. In real-time environment, if you having the NTP server, how you need to synchronize with the NTP server in the sense, time date CTL space set hyphen NTP true. Clear? I hope you got it, guys. Right. Next command we'll see. I hope you're clear about time date CTL command, right? So now we'll see ID command. So ID is a command to know the identification number of the users, user IDs and group IDs. For example, ID student. See. So it will provide you student user IDs and group IDs, right, guys? So how the management they're allowing to you in our class by checking the ID card, right? So you will have your ID card. So with the help of that ID card, you are attending the class. Like the same way, each and every user account, it having the user IDs and group IDs. So don't bother about the user IDs and group IDs. We'll discuss little bit depthly while we are discussing about user and group management concept. Right? Simple. Just remember to know the identification number of the user. That means user IDs and group IDs. ID is a command. So ID, then you need to provide the username. Right, guys? So we need to provide the username called root, and then we'll print the root user, user ID, and group ID. Okay, right. So now ID U1 I'm providing. What will happen? Let's see. No such a user. That means you can able to find out the users also from your operating system using the ID command. That's it, no? So U1 user account we doesn't have. Because of that reason, it is providing the one error called no such a user. I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no? Good. So next, TTY is a command. It will print the terminal number. Right? Double tap means it will provide all the options. Related commands also it will show you. Double tap. Okay. ID, it will show you identification number of the user, Sagar. So Sagar, you belongs to Naresh IT, right? You belongs to Naresh IT classes. So how Naresh IT management they're allowing into our class? Yes, guys. How the Naresh IT management they're allowing to you in your class, in our class? So using the ID cards, right? So you need to show the ID card, then only they are going to allow. Like the same way, while you are trying to creating the user accounts into your operating system, automatically the users it having the user IDs and group IDs. So UID means user ID, GID means group ID. Right, guys? I hope you got it. If you're providing the mail ID, even so you need to show your ID card whether you belongs to this branch or not. Right? Right. So TTY is a command. It will print the terminal number. It will print the terminal number. For example, you're working with multiple terminals. So can we able to open the multiple terminals, guys? So we can. So we can able to open the multiple terminals. See here. See. So we open the multiple terminals. Maybe you'll have some confusion in which terminal you're working, in which session you're working. So you need to know the terminal number. In the sense, you should execute the TTY command. So TTY, it will show you terminal number. So DVPTS0 is a terminal number. And then I'm trying to executing here. So TTY, PTS1, right? So TTY is a command. It will print the terminal number. I hope you got it, guys. Right? How to remember those all the commands, right? I think you have completed your graduation, right? Who's that guy? Huh? Kiran. So I think you have completed your graduation, Kiran, right? How many subjects you read in your graduation for 4 years? How many subjects? I think you are all completed, right? All the subjects you completed, right? How did you remember those all? Same logic here also, right? అవునా కదా? సో ఎన్ని సబ్జెక్టులు కంప్లీట్ చేశారు మీరు? कितने सब्जेक्ट्स कंप्लीट करे थे बीटेक में? हाँ? 4 years में कितने सब्जेक्ट? 42, 40, हाँ? More than 40, right? Yes, no? How did you remember those all the like subjects? आप ही पढ़े थे ना, right? उसके सामने कंपेयर करते कुछ भी नहीं है. This is nothing, right? Yes, no? Good. Right. So I hope you got the answer, right? So how to remember? So don't worry. Don't by heart the commands. Try to understand the concept. How we need to get the command from our operating system, I will show you that. I will give you some logics, right? So no need to by heart the subject, no need to by heart the commands blindly. And then I observe like few peoples in last class, I'm typing the command, they're making the note and they're doing same. Why? Oh, see, if I'm typing one command in the sense, what type of command I am executing, what is the use of that command? So that is you need to understand. Don't by heart the command. So you people, you are making the note. घर जाने के बाद में कमांड्स देख के टप टप टाइप एंटर या एग्जीक्यूट हो गया राइट एग्जीक्यूट हो गया मतलब क्या हुआ वो पता चलना चाहिए ना yes no so blindly if you're executing the commands so there is no use so try to understand the concept see I have given the information TTY right so what is the use of TTY it will print the terminal number so आपको टर्मिनल नंबर प्रिंट करने का कैसे प्रिंट करना बोल के याद नहीं है so we can able to get this command from our operating system how we need to get this command from our operating system just you need to remember the small hints that's enough easily you will get no need to depend on Google if we having the RHEL 8.0 operating system that is enough we have the one command called man so at the time I will teach you while we are discussing about man command at the time I will teach you right okay so I hope you got it guys okay so guys so somebody like they're saying like they need admin number so they already share the code's details I think yes you need to provide your details here and then I think account number and so details they're providing please go through that and then admin number one guy he asked me before so you need to communicate with 8919944069 right so right or otherwise you can call to 8179191999 right guys okay got it so you are a DevOps student in the sense so for you it's a free of cost okay I said no so for DevOps for AWS for data science so this is absolutely free right okay so no need to bother just you need to show your ID card that's enough okay so I hope you're clear guys so TTY is a command it will print the terminal number who am I so don't say I'm a faculty right so who am I it will print the you so they are provided one mail ID guys so if you're in online if you're online you need to share your ID card or that receipt through that mail then try to communicate with management guys okay okay who am I is a command so it will print login user we can able to use the EC2 instance guys already I have given the information long back so if you doesn't have the proper configuration laptop or desktop you can use EC2 instance you can launch Amazon Linux 2 and then you can execute those all the commands everything it will be executed including M right so for online students how you need to register वो अभी वो admin के number देके ना यार so please try to communicate with him okay right okay so who am I it will print the login user name we log in as a student user so if you execute it will print the student username if you log in as a root user it will print the root username so login username it will print so who am I if you're providing like this it will show you in which terminal we log in so by what time we log in everything right so here you will have the wrong time because this mission I have taken a snapshot on the time because of that reason okay so usually it will show you your system according to your system time so correct time it will show you this operating system having the snapshot. So because I'm teaching multiple classes, so I need to reinstall the operating system. So frequently, in the sense, it will take some time. Because of that reason, I have taken a snap. Okay, right. So I hope you're clear, right? So what is PTS? Right, very good. So PTS full form. Got it? Or otherwise, man hyphen K PTS keyword. Give me 1 minute. Better to log in as a root. Don't worry, guys. I will teach you those old stuff. Don't worry, okay? Time is there. Morning time we doesn't have, guys, at present. If you didn't get the ID card, you will have the receipt, right? Payment receipt. So ఏంటి నాగరాజు గారు మీకు కూడా ఇవన్నీ చెప్పాలా? రైట్. సో డూ యు నో తెలుగు నాగరాజు? సో ఇవన్నీ చెప్పాలా చెప్పండి చిన్నపిల్లల్లాగా? ఐడి కార్డ్ లేకపోతే ఏం చేయాలా? మీ పేమెంట్ చేసిన రిసిప్ట్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అది చూపించాలా. గాట్ ఇట్? PTS ఫుల్ ఫామ్. ఓకే. गुड इवनिंग वीरेंद्र. So अभी ज्वाइन करे थे क्या? Right. So no issues. So I hope you clear about those all the commands, basic commands, right? Right. So leave about them, okay? So we'll do. We are not discussing. We are discussing Linux codes. In Linux codes, we are discussing, I think, 4th chapter. Okay. So now we'll see how to create the files and directories. We'll see now. So right, guys. So start mana audio conference, audio meeting learning. Right. So how to create the files and directories, we'll see now. Right. So what is the use of cat command, guys? To view the content and then to create the file, right? Okay. So very good. So few people, they're giving the right answer. Cat full form is concatenation. Cat full form, concatenation, right? So the main purpose of the cat command to concatenate the file and to print the standard output, right, guys? Most of the people, 90% people, they will give the answer to create a file. We can able to create the file, but the main purpose of the cat command to concatenate and print the standard output. I'm not saying, system it's saying, right? Got it? So I hope you're clear, guys, right? So cat is a command to concatenate the file. Okay, to concatenate the file and then print on the standard output. Print on the standard output, right? Apart from concatenation, printing the standard output, we can able to create the file. We can able to append the file, right, guys? So what is the use of cat command? We can able to create the file. We can able to append the file. We can able to print the file content and we can concatenate. But we are unable to edit the file content. make a note, right? We can create the file. We can append the file. We can print the file content. So we can concatenate. The main purpose of the cat command to concatenate the files. So you are unable to edit the file content. Keep note NOTE, then mention in that note, we are unable to edit the file content with cat command, right? Okay. So now what is a concatenation, guys? Concatenation means, so you can say merging in our general terminology. We're merging two or more files data into the another file. That is called concatenation. Okay. For example, this is file 1, right guys? File 1 having the content called hello. Assume this. We have the one file called file 1. Inside the file 1, we have the content called hello, right? And next, and we have the one more file called file 2, right? So inside this file 2, so we have the content called hi, right guys? So how many files will have as of now? 2 files will have, file 1 and file 2. We are merging those both the files data into the another file. Okay. So example, we are trying to merging those both the files data into the another file called file 3. Got it, guys? That is called concatenation. Got it? So file 1's data and then files 2's data, we are copying into the another file called file 3. So technically we need to call concatenation, right? Cat full form concatenation, right? I hope you got it, guys. So now we'll see how to create the file. How to create the file. So according to this diagram, we'll create the files. Okay. So let's see, guys, here. It's very simple. Cat space greater than, right? Cat space greater than file 1. Cat space greater than file 1 to create a file. Guys, don't try to create a file into the terminal. Just for understanding purpose, I have given the description here. Okay. So manolu blindly godtar dantlo goda to create a file ani. If you want, you can give .txt. If you want, you can give .mp3. If you want, you can give .mp4. Whatever extension you can give. If you didn't provide any extension, by default, it will take text file. Okay. Right. So next, I'm writing hello inside the file 1. So cat space greater than file 1, hit enter, then write the content. According to your requirement, you can write anything. Okay. Then to save the file, Control D is a shortcut. To save the file, content, to save the file, whatever, if you want to get. Right. So much hope means because I saw few people, because of that reason I'm saying Vedo. Right. So let's see here. I hope you're clear how to create the file, right? So how we need to append the file? How we need to append the file, right? Appending means we are adding few content into the existing file, that too into end of the line. That is called appending. Appending means we are adding, right? So into the existing file, already we have the one file called file 1. So I need to add few data inside this existing file called how. Right, guys? So cat space double greater than, right? So double greater than file 1. to append. So I'm adding how CTRL plus D to save. Got it, guys? So now we need to print the content of the file. Inside the file one, what type of content will have, we need to see. We need to print, right? Cat less than file one. Cat space less than file one. It's not editing. Editing means what we have the content we are going to modify. That is called editing. Unna content ni modify చేసేదాన్ని ఎడిటింగ్ అంటాం. సో ఉన్న దాంట్లో లాస్ట్ లైన్ లో అపెండ్ అదే ఎడిట్ చేసే యాడ్ చేసేదాన్ని అపెండ్ అంటాం. వేణు తెలుగు తెలుసా? ఓకే రైట్. ఓకే cat space less than file 1, it will print the content of the file, right? Hello and then how both will have inside the file. If you want, you can use cat file name also. So both to print the content of the file. So you can use like instead of like less than, you can directly use the file name. It will print the content. Both are same, guys. Got it? So I hope you're clear how we need to create the files, right? With the help of cat command. Okay, so now you need to give the answer. How we need to create the file too, guys? So cat greater than file name, right? So cat greater than file 2, then hit enter, then high, then control D, CTRL plus D to save. So how to list out the content of the directory? So we are creating those files into the one directory, right? So हम लोग ये files कोई ना कोई एक directory में बनाना चाहिए ना. Directory means folder. ఏదో ఒక ఫోల్డర్ లో క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కదా. ఆ ఫోల్డర్ లో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో మనం చెక్ చేయాలి. సో వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ కంటెంట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఇన్సైడ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ ఫోల్డర్, we need to verify, right? So how to verify? ls-l is a command, or ll also you can use, ls also you can use, whatever if you want you can use. Okay, so I will teach you about ls command later. Okay, ls space -l is a command, so it will list out the content of the directory. How many files will have as of now? File 1 and file 2. That's it, no? Right. So now what is the main purpose of the cat command, guys? To concatenate the file. So now we'll see how to concatenate the file, right? Cat file 1 space file 2 greater than file 3. Simple. File 1 space file 2 space greater than file 3, right? Then automatically file 3 it will create. Now if you check the list, we'll have how many files? 3 files now. File 1, file 2 and file 3, right? So how to print the file 3's content? File 3 content, how we need to print? Cat file 3 or cat less than file 3, whatever if you want you can use. Okay, so now we'll have hello, I think hello, then how, then hi. Clear? I hope you got it. If you want you can make a note. Offline peoples, online. For offline I will share the document maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. The link it will change, then I will share the one Google Drive link. So there you can able to get the documents, right? So we are trying to copying the multiple files data into the another file, right? But copy command is a different, right? Mr. RK Yadav. So finish, guys? Yes, no? What about offline? Completed. Right. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. So we'll do the practical session. Okay. So guys, so right. Okay. So let's see. We'll do the practical session. Uh, so I'll do one thing. I'll back to the student user, and then I'll do one thing. I'll create those all the files on top of the desktop. Right. Okay. అమ్మాయిలు ఎప్పుడు స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉండాలి, గట్టిగా మాట్లాడాలి. రైట్. సో हीट का जवाब पत्थर से देना चाहिए. Clear? సో ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఫర్ ఓన్లీ గర్ల్స్ గైస్, అబ్బాయిలు అవసరం లేదు, ఎట్లా స్ట్రాంగ్ గానే ఉంటారు కాబట్టి. రైట్. ఓకే. సో వీఆర్ ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద డెస్క్టాప్. సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. సో హోమ్ స్టూడెంట్ డెస్క్టాప్. So we are trying to creating the files on top of the desktop, right? How to create the file, guys? Cat space greater than file1, then hit enter. So I'm writing hello. If you want, you can write anything, guys. Okay. Control D to save the file. Okay. So see, guys, on top of the desktop, one file it got created called file1, right? Next. So how to print the content of the file? So maybe if you doesn't have the graphical mode, so how we need to know the like file, whether it is created or not? ls command we should use, right? ls-l is a command we need to use to list out the directory content, right? Okay. So how to print the file content, guys? If you having the graphical mode, it's very easy. Just if you need to double click on top of the file, then we can able to find out the file content here, right? But if you doesn't have the graphical mode, how we need to know the content of the file? Cat less than file1 or cat file1, both are same, right? So it will print the content of the file. So now I need to append few content inside the existing file. Cat, so double greater than file1, right? I'm writing, so maybe how, then control D. So how to print the content of the file, guys? Cat file1. I hope you got it. Inside the file1 we'll have the hello and then how. So now again we are creating the one more file called file2. Then inside the file2 we are writing hi and then control D to save the file. So now let's check the list. We have the two files. See, on top of the desktop we'll have the two files. Why I'm creating the files on top of the desktop? In a sense, maybe you are very new to this class, right? So for better understanding purpose, that's it. You can create anywhere. Okay, right? So file1 and file2, so we have on top of the desktop. So now I need to know the content of the file2. How? Cat file2, that's it, simple. So we have the hi inside the file2. Now we need to concatenate those both the files into another file. Cat, so file1 space file2, so space greater than file3. then it can give any name. It's not like this. So we need, see, I'm providing the file 1, file 2, file 3. Guys, अगर आपको चाहिए तो आपका नाम दे सकते हो, आपके फ्रेंड्स का नाम, फैमिली मेंबर्स जो भी है, so आप फाइल बना सकते हो, right? So it's not like this. If I'm teaching cat file 1, in the sense you need to execute cat file 1, okay? So you can give any name, right? So now see guys, third file also it got created. So ls-lc, file 1, file 2, and file 3. So 3 files will have now. So how to know the file 3's content? I hope you got it. Clear? Yes, no? Good. Next. So we'll see touch command. So what is the use of touch command, guys? So how to use touch command, we'll see now. Oh, what is that question he's asking? So if you're having the n number of the file, how you need to merge into the single file? You need to write the, so each and every file name, file 1 space, file 2 space, like this, or otherwise we'll have few expressions. The same, if you're having the file 1 to file 20, file 1, we have an expression, regular expression. You can use this expression. Open the flower brackets, 1 dot dot 10, close the, abhi main pada raha hu abhi. So 2 minute time dijiye, right? So how we need to use those, all the expressions, okay? So what is the use of touch command, guys? For offline, we'll have the one offer from tomorrow onwards. Who will give the right answer for them? So one, chocolate. Chocolate in the sense it's not that much of lengthy chocolate. So 5 rupees chocolate, okay? Right. So okay, only for offline. So everything answer is thorough like chocolate. Huh? What is the use of touch command? Antena, offline. ఒక నిమిషం ఆగండి, ఆల్రెడీ ఆన్సర్లు చెప్పేస్తున్నారు వీళ్ళు. Offline, creating the multiple files without content. That's it. Right answer. అది రాంగ్ అయితే మీరు నాకేం ఇస్తారు? చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తారా? రెడ్ బుల్ ఇస్తారు? ఎవరు అబ్బా సూపర్, నా స్టూడెంట్ అయితే, నా ఓల్డ్ స్టూడెంట్ అనిపించుకున్నారు. రైట్, ఓకే guys, we can able to create the multiple files with the help of touch command, but the main purpose of the touch command to change the timestamp of the file, right? So Rahul, I think Rahul, he is given the right answer, but you doesn't have that offer, Rahul. So what we need to do, right? So ival chocolate తీసుకురాలా, రేపు తీసుకొస్తా, right? To change the timestamp of the file. See guys, got it? So what is the use of touch command? To change the timestamp of the file, right? So I hope you're clear. So apart from changing the timestamp, you can create the multiple files also. So how to create the multiple files, we'll see now. So touch, for doing the practical session, we need few files, guys. Because of that reason, we are trying to creating few files now, okay? So touch, for example, F1, F2, F3, F4, like this you can create. Or otherwise you can use this regular expression. For example, 1 dot dot 4, that means K1 to K4, K1, K2, K3, K4. I hope you got it, guys. So this is a regular expression we are going to use. I think before one guy, he asked one question, right? So how, if we having the multiple files, how we need to copy into the, how we need to merge into the single file, use this expression. So you can merge. Okay. So let's see guys how to create the multiple files. We'll see. So let's see guys here. Touch F1, F2, F3, F4. Right? F1, F2, F3, F4. Or otherwise you can use this expression K1 dot dot 4, K1 dot dot 20, 30, 40. Like this, you can create the multiple empty files. See guys, the file size is 0. Right? 0 byte files we can create using the touch command. Right? The main purpose of the touch command. Yes. So what is the use of touch command? To change the timestamp of the file, right? So how to change the timestamp, we'll see. So why we need to change the timestamp, guys? So this is a task for you. You need to give the answer tomorrow. So why we need to change the timestamp, right? For files and directories. Okay. Kal answer chahiye, right? So now I will show you how we need to change the timestamp for files and directories. Okay. So, so different reason means which reason? अभी आंसर बोलना है आप लोगों का. Simple guys. You created one file maybe 2 months back. You modify this file. If you're modifying the file, what will happen? Can we able to get the previous time? You will get the today time, right? Again, we need to modify the previous time. I hope you got it. Yes, no. Right. So update the file. Okay. Yes, if you're updating the file maybe today, the timestamp it will change. I need same timestamp for that particular file. Then we can modify. So let's see guys here. Syntax: year, month, date, hours, minutes, and seconds. Right? Then finally we need to provide the file name to whom we need to change the timestamp. Very good, Rahul. Okay. Already bata diya shayad answer, right? So no need to search. I hope you got it. Why we need to change the timestamp, right? Okay. So how to change the timestamp? Touch space -d is option, and then year, month, date, and space, hours, minutes, seconds, and finally, so we should provide the file name. So touch command -d, then year. So you can give any year according to your requirement, right? So you can give anything, guys. So finally, we need to provide the file name. For example, I'm trying to changing the timestamp for file 1. Clear? I hope you got it how we need to change the timestamp, right? Good. With cat command also, you can create the empty file. While you are trying to executing the cat command, don't give anything. Just hit enter, control D. But empty file create అయిపోద్ది కదా. Yes, no. Why here is not showing? So that is like output will get if you're executing the ls-l. So we should use few different options to get the years and year and those all stuff, right? Okay, so I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no, right. So let's see here. Next command we'll see. I hope you clear how to change the timestamp of the file, how we need to create the multiple 0-byte files with the help of touch command. Next, mkdir is a command. Okay. So mkdir is a command. So making directory. Okay. So same syntax, guys. What we use the syntax for touch command, you can use same syntax for example, dir1, dir2, dir3, dir4, right? So to create the multiple empty directories, mkdir, then if you want, you can use this regular expression also, right? Clear? Got it? So let's see here. I'm coming, okay? Shivamani, I'll teach you. So dir and file both are same or different, I'll tell you, okay? So let's see, guys, here, mkdir, and then dir1, dir2, dir3, and dir4, then it enter. Guys, at present, remember, blue colors are directories, black colors are files. So actually, it's not a right way to identify the files and directories. I will teach you tomorrow how we need to identify the files and directories using few symbols. But at present, okay, no need to bother about those all stuff. Blindly remember, blue colors are directories and black colors are files. Okay, right. mkdir, you can use this regular expression also. Right. So blue colors are directories and black colors are files, right? Okay. So now how to create the parent and child directories, right? So how we need to create the directories inside the directory? Yes, very good. So let's see, guys, here. Assume this is one directory. Directory means folder. Inside this directory, we are trying to creating the one more directory, right? Again, one more directory. Again, one more directory, right? Parent and child directories. Like आप लोग आपके जो फ्रेंड्स को सताने के लिए जो बॉक्स के अंदर बॉक्स पैक करके गिफ्ट दोगे ना, same like the same way here, we are trying to creating the parent and child directories. So how we need to create? mkdir -p is a mandatory, guys. P means parent. So P means parent, right? So mkdir space -p. So P means parent, right? Then for example, L1 is a one directory. Inside the L1, we need to separate it with the help of forward slash, guys. L1 /L2 /L3 /L4. Got it? So like this, you can create. Assume this is L1 directory. This L1 having L2, L2 having L3, L3 having L4. Clear? I hope you got it, guys. Right? So let's see here. So mkdir -p, L1 having L2, L2 having L3, L3 having L4. Then if you check the list, L1 only we can able to see, right? Usually if you having the graphical mode, so just you can double click on top of this L1, you'll have the L2. Inside the L2, L3 you'll have. L3 having L4, L4 doesn't have anything. So where we created those L1 directory on top of the desktop. So if it doesn't have the graphical mode, then ls hyphen capital R recursively L1 having L2, L2, L1, L2 having L3, L1, L2, L3 having L4, L1, L2, L3, L4 doesn't have anything. I hope you got it, guys. So if you want, you can use tree command also, but by default, the tree command, it won't work into RHUL 7.0. So this tree command, it will work in 8.0 version. But here, the tree command, it won't work. Right, guys? Clear? So what we need to do in the sense, we need to install the tree command. Right? So don't bother about the installation. Parent and child directory sham. Hyphen R means recursively. Hyphen capital R means recursively. Sham. We are trying to creating the parent and child directories. So Telugu తెలుసా శ్యామ్? డైరెక్టరీ లోపల డైరెక్టరీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం తెలుగు తెలిస్తే. హిందీ తెలిస్తే सो डायरेक्टरी के अंदर जो है ना और एक डायरेक्टरी बना रहे हैं हम लोग, राइट? तमिल తెలిస్తే ये तमिल में रहा है वाला, ओके राइट. सो तमिल తెలిస్తే సో డైరెక్టరీ కుల్ల డైరెక్టరీ క్రియేట్ பண்ணனும், రైట్? ఇంకా చాలు, ఇంకా దానికంటే ఎక్కువ రావు నాకు, రైట్? సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. Don't bother about the installation. I'm doing the installation, no need to bother. So I will teach you later how we need to install the packages and those all stuff. So if you executing this command into your operating system, it won't work. రేపు వచ్చి మేము ఇది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసాం సార్, మాకు వర్క్ కాలేదని చెప్పి నా ప్రాణం తీయకండి. So we have the one concept called package management. At the time I will tell you. At present we are in very basics, right? So for demonstration purpose, I'm trying to installing how you'll get the output. Okay, so no need to bother about the installation. నాకు ఏదో బతకడానికి 4 లాంగ్వేజ్లు వచ్చామ్మా అంతే. బండారి దిలీప్, సారీ బండారియేనా? బండి దిలీప్, ఓకే. బండి దిలీప్, రైట్? ఎస్ ఎస్, ఆ బ్లూ కలర్లో ఉండేవి కొంచెం. సో మీకు అక్కడ క్లియర్గా కనిపిస్తుందా? అయిపోయింది, ఏం చేద్దాం, రైట్? ఓకే, సో లెట్స్ సీ గైస్ హియర్. So tree is a command, right? Then we need to provide the directory name L1. It will print the tree structure. I hope you got it, guys. 3 directories will have. Bandi Dilip, okay. So ఎంతమంది తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు మన క్లాస్లో? తెలుగు తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు ఆన్లైన్? సో ఐ థింక్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ తెలుగు తెలిసిన వాళ్ళే ఉన్నట్టున్నారా? నెల్లూరు ఓన్లీ, ఓకే. సో మనకు అలాంటి ఫీలింగ్స్ ఏం లేవమ్మా, నెల్లూరు ఇంకోటని, ఓకే రైట్. ఓకే రైట్, ఓకే. సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. సో ఐ హోప్ యూ క్లియర్ గైస్. సో హౌ వి నీడ్ టు, I think almost like 20 peoples will have, right? 20 to 30 peoples maximum, okay. పెట్టండి, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఉన్న జిల్లాలు కూడా పెట్టండి, రైట్? ఓకే రైట్, ఓకే. సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. So how to create the directory tree structure, we'll see now, okay. NIT is a one directory, guys. So in each and every class, I'm saying like, don't ask me what is NIT, okay? So ado command anukoni adugutunnaru NIT ante endu cheppandi ani. So okay, so don't ask me. Okay, right? So what is NIT? Our institution name. Okay, so NIT. So NIT is a one directory. So inside the NIT, okay, so inside the NIT, we are creating one directory called Linux. Okay, right? And one more directory inside the Linux, we are creating few codes names, right? RSCSA, RSCSA, and then RSC. So right, మీ ఇష్టం ఏదైనా రాసుకోండి, డెవాప్స్ ఏదో ఒకటి మీ ఇష్టం, యో విష్. Again inside the NIT, so I'm trying to creating the one more directory called Windows, right? So Windows, inside this Windows directory, we are creating few more directories, right? Like MCSA and MCSC, right? Then MCSA. So guys, నేను సేమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తుంటాను, మీరు మీ ఇష్టం, whatever, if you want to can give any name. Okay, it's not like this, we should use same example. Okay, MCSA, MCSC, and then Oracle, so inside the Oracle will have SQL, PLSQL. Right, guys? So now how we need to create this directory structure? With one command. How to create? Yes, guys. How to create? So let's see, guys, here. Please concentrate. mkdir is a command, right? mkdir is a command, guys. You know very well, but you need to think about that, how we need to create. mkdir -p is a mandatory. mkdir space -p, then NIT is a one directory. Inside the NIT, / open the floor brackets, expression, right? Linux, inside the Linux, again floor brackets, RHCSA, comma RHCE, close the floor brackets. That means inside the NIT, this part it got created, right? Then comma Windows, MCSA, right? Then SQL. So finally, we need to close this parent floor bracket here, right? I hope you got it, guys. How we need to create this directory tree structure. Right. So let's see here. So mkdir hyphen p is option. Guys, please concentrate. Hyphen p, NIT, inside the NIT, Linux, inside the Linux, RHCSA, not hyphen, forward slash, okay? MCSA, right? SQL, right? Clear? Then hit enter. So one directory got created, so call NIT. So how we need to verify this? Got it. So if you're having the graphical mode, then you can verify like this. See here, open the NIT. You'll have the three directories, Linux, Arcal, and Windows. If you open the Linux, you'll have the two directories, RSCS and RSC, SQL and PLSQL. Got it, guys? RSCSA, RSC, MCS and MCS, right? So if you're having the CLI mode, then so we should use ls hyphen capital R. ls hyphen capital R, directory name we can give. So NIT having three directories, Linux having two directories, RSCSA, C doesn't have anything. RSCSA, RSC doesn't have anything. Arcal having two directories, PLSQL and SQL doesn't have anything. So Windows having two directories, MCS and MCSC. MCSA and MCSC doesn't have anything. If you want, you can use tree command also. Got it? So I hope you're clear. Okay. So that's all for today, right? So tomorrow we'll continue the few basic commands. We'll have CD command, CP command, MV command, RM command, 4 commands we'll have. After completing the commands, I will show you, right? So after completing the commands, we'll discuss how to identify the file type, then ls command syntaxes. Okay. So ever మన పాత స్టూడెంట్ లాగా ఉన్నాడు, హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ ద కమాండ్స్ కావాలంట. So Ganesh, okay, I'll do one thing. నేను హిస్టరీ ఇస్తానని మీకు ఎలా తెలుసు? Right. Don't worry, I'll copy the history also into your link. Don't worry, okay? So tomorrow we'll see how to delete the directories, how to create the, how to rename the directories, everything, okay? 4 p.m, right? I doesn't have any links, guys. Okay, so please try to communicate to the management. They will provide the YouTube link, okay? Right. Every day history I will keep into your Google Drive link. Don't worry, okay? Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.